Hello, little readers! When Garry the giraffe wakes up on his 6th birthday, he is very excited to get to eat the leaves from the acacia tree. He would finally be tall enough. Or would he? Let's read to find out. Giraffe Asks for Help. Written by Nyasha Chikowore. Illustrated by Janet McDonnell. Good morning! Garry Giraffe exclaimed as the sun came up outside his window. Today was Garry's 6th birthday, which is a big deal for giraffes. He would finally be tall enough to reach the best leaves from the giant acacia trees. He ran to look in the mirror and saw that his circle and square-shaped spots were getting darker. Yes, I'm getting older, Garry yelled with glee. Garry's dad looked over at him and shook his long neck.
Garry, your baby sisters are still sleeping. Can you quiet down? And happy birthday, son.
Thanks, Dad, Garry yelled again. He looked back in the mirror and stuck out his super long tongue. I can't wait to get leaves with you. Garry's dad shook his neck again.
Let's go, Garry. The early giraffe gets the best leaves.
As Garry and his dad walked along, neighborhood animals wished Garry a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy 6th birthday, Garry! Garry had the biggest, widest smile on his face. Happy birthday, dear Garry! Ty Tickbird flew over and landed right on top of Garry's head. Happy birthday, good friend of mine, he squawked in Garry's ear. Tickbirds hang out with giraffes a lot. They eat the bugs of them and let them know when trouble is near. Ty was Garry's best friend in the whole world. Ty, I'm finally going to eat the good leaves today. I can't wait, Garry said happily. Ty smiled. He'd known Garry all of his life, and one thing he knew for sure was that Garry was super duper clumsy. He was always stumbling over his skinny legs. Garry and his dad reached the acacia tree that most of the tall giraffes ate from each day.
Okay, Garry. Reach for the greeniest, shiniest leaves you can find, his dad said. Garry nervously stepped up towards the tree, tripping a little on his way there. Garry got on his steppy hoofs and pushed out his long neck for some scrumptious-looking acacia leaves way at the top. Closer, closer. Splat! Ouch!
Garry's dad and Ty said as they covered their eyes. Garry got up and tried again. He stuck his long tongue out first, then pushed his neck up. Plonk! This time he fell sideways.
Okay, Garry, that's enough. Let's try again tomorrow,
Garry's dad said. Garry walked with his head down the whole way home. Better luck next time, Garry, Ty screeched, trying to cheer his friend up. Garry stared out his window at the other giraffes his age, eating the leaves from up high with no problem. Garry said, if they can do it, why can't I? He wouldn't give up. Suddenly, he had an idea. Garry rushed in and out of the house, gathering up a bucket, a wagon, and a stool. This should do the trick, Garry said as he dragged his item back towards the tree. The other giraffes stopped chewing to see what Garry was up to. He put the wagon down, the stool on top of the wagon,
and a bucket on top of the stool. Garry put his first hoof on top of the wobbly stool, got the second one up, and then... crash! Garry came tumbling down.
Help!
Ty called to Garry.
Help?
Garry asked.
Yeah,
Ty said.
when you can't do something all by yourself, you ask a friend or family member to help. Help!
Ty, I'm 6 years old. I should be able to reach the leaves alone, Garry pouted.
I'm 10 years old and I still ask my mom and dad for help with hunting,
Chris Cheetah said.
I ask for help too,
Ellie Elephant trumpeted.
Sometimes I need help scratching my back.
I'm 30 and I ask my friends for help with my mane, Larry Lion roared as he walked up with his pride. Garry smiled. He really wanted to reach the leaves himself, but if all those animals could ask for help, he could too. Garry was excited to taste it out. Okay, friends, I need help, said Garry. He explained how he kept falling over when he tried to reach the good leaves. Garry, Ty, Chris, Ellie, and Larry put their heads together. We've got it, they yelled together. We've got it. Armed with a plan, Garry and his friends went straight to the acacia trees. Garry stood under the biggest, fullest tree he could find. Chris climbed up the tree and pushed down a branch where the group was standing. Ellie and Larry wrapped a trunk and arms around Garry's legs to keep him from falling, while Ty directed Garry to the best leaves. Garry stretched his neck as far as it would go. Closer, closer. He got it! They were the juiciest, sweetest leaves he'd ever tasted. Cheers rang out from the onlookers. Garry, Garry, Garry! Garry was full of leaves that night and the happiest giraffe in town. He now knew that whenever he was in a bind or stuck in a rut, all he had to do was ask for help. The end. Little readers, we are never too old to ask someone to help us. And it's also nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone asks help if they struggle. Let's have a look at the word for today. Scrumptious. It means extremely tasty or delicious. Remember to ask mommy or daddy to press that like and subscribe button. I'll see you next week for another story. Bye!